Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a very crispy 27-degree February the 10th of 2021. It is a hump day. It's Wednesday. We're still talking about all this snowstorm thing coming, but looks like it's just gonna brush through and be gone quick, but you never know what kind of damage could be left behind. 24 hours of snow could leave one heck of a mess. Doesn't take much. Do you guys see him out there? Look, he's eyeballing something. Smart. There. Oh, I think I lost him in the camera. There he is. Oh. Our little Rin Tin Tin dog. There you go, something's moving out here. It is crispy cold out here this morning. Something tells me this is a very large tree destroyer. That's exactly what it is. Even got a couple of log trucks to back him up. That's really sad, because when they take up equipment that big, they're taking out an old growth somewhere. Well, there, little woman. That was a nice, pleasing drive to work. And it kind of looked like this the whole time. Kind of like it did in Toledo. Yeah. Except for it's like 12 degrees warmer here.
Yes, it is.
Wow, noticeably warmer.
I know, it's not crunchy.
No crunchies, yeah. I don't think there ever was.
Nope.
All right, have yourself a wonderful hump day there, little woman.
Choo-choo, hubba, hubba.
All right, we'll see you. See you, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Remember what I was telling you about the tires? That's just a small, and I do mean small, sample of what's showing up. You ought to see what's in the back room. And they just keep coming and keep coming. When I tell you guys we changed a lot of tires, you couldn't even exaggerate in your head and get the idea of how many tires we go through. It's kind of nuts. All right, back to it. This is not including what's upstairs. It's just a mountain, literally a mountain of them. And there's way more coming. Check it out. That's that all new, I think it's a 21. Heck, you don't know, they're coming out with 22s already. That's a little SuperMoto KLX300. That's cool. I mean, that's really cool. Give you a quick little walk. Kind of the same bike it's been since it was a 250, but this is one of the bad things about EU5 is even here in the 49 states, you get the old EVAP bottle. That was strictly California prior. Look at the front disc on this thing. I see stoppies out of this thing. That's pretty cool. I've shown you one of these before. There's something about that green on that Z900 RS that is super cool. What a good old-fashioned, what they call them? UJMs, Universal Japanese Motorcycle. She got a lot of high-tech stuff in her, but she's still a bare-bones motorcycle. She just has on it what she needs. Boy, do them things run strong. Holy moly. Amazing what comes out of that thing. You guys remember the 2014 C650 GT that I had on my bench for a bit, but other things came in. We were waiting for a front brake hose set, which is part of a recall on this thing. And I'm looking for the shift lever. So other things came in that were appointments. This was an appointment, but they knew they had to wait for the brake hose. Anyway, that brake hose showed up. But at any rate, I'm going to put it back on my bench. Because it's stone cold sitting down there. Along with the brake recall. Them forks aren't straight. That's kind of crazy. But they're having an annual service done on it. So I want to get it nice and hot. I think it's been sitting for a while. And we're going to do an annual service, which includes oil and filter change. Might as well get all that stuff suspended in the oil and let it all fly out the drain plug when I pull it. So that's how we ended up together here on a test ride. So earlier today I had a an 07 R1200 GS, in that it goes way back to 2011. There was a fuel pump recall, and they've extended that recall, so I had to do an inspection. Luckily it passed. So with you know how you got that 10-year rule, almost every dealer does that. Well, that takes on a different dynamic with BMW, because I think this month, maybe last month, is our 4th year as a BMW dealer. So everything is different from what it was, and we're not what they refer to now as a legacy dealer. So there's some old programs that hooked up to these older bikes that are not available to us, and those had different special tools than what was supplied to us by BMW. And in the past, you know, we tried working on these older bikes, but ran into a situation where we needed a special tool, and those tools are no longer available and discontinued. So it kind of leaves us in a lurch. So that's why we ended up, you know, going by the same thing, you know, the 10-year rule. Because basically in 2013, seems like most, if not everything, changed, it seems, with BMW. But with recalls, you know, we can't turn away a recall. And any parts that may be required, tools or whatever required to do that recall, will be made available to us if we don't already have them. And anyway, I had that bulletin got reissued and sent back out to people again. And God, this thing's getting long in the tooth now, this bulletin. So anyway, my first one was in there today, and I thought, well, let's see how much access I have with this thing. So you know, I went into Air and looked up repair procedures. It's blank. There's nothing. They just pulled all the manuals. I don't. They're saying they just don't have that much room to hold all this old stuff. Well, that's great. You know, most BMW dealers are much older than us, so they have all that stuff, and they're referred to as legacy dealers. We have an employee that works with us, Adam, and he worked at a BMW dealer up in Seattle, and they ended up closing or something, or bought. I don't know what the whole story is, but anyway, I was asking him about that, and he goes, yeah, there's old computer systems. There's just a lot different stuff that's not even available now. So yeah, they could work on that old stuff. And they had guys, you know, techs that have been around forever and just knew how to work on them, period, you know. And the other thing was, you know, going through school, there was absolutely zero training on the older stuff. So it's not like any of us would even know, you know. He didn't work on them, he's new. And you know, I don't mean to date anybody, but the older techs in the store would work on the older stuff. They were just knowledgeable and knew, and they had the computer stuff to hook up to them, which none of that stuff is available anymore. So if you're not a legacy dealer, you're kind of like us. You're stuck with pretty much that 10-year rule. And before you scream, oh, BMW this and BMW that, Yamaha, Honda, all those guys have done the exact same thing. They just, you know, things just get so old, you just got to move on, you know. Oh, look at that. He's got it all out. You gonna take that thing for a ride today? Oh, he's still the... Oh, that's a bummer. Ah. Oh, cool. She's looking good still. Very good. All right. Well, have fun. Nice to see the old Harley. She's looking good. She's weathering being outside underneath that cover. Of course, he's got an actual motorcycle cover. They breathe like they should, so it's not gonna, you know, turn the bike into a sweat box. In the past, like I said, we tried working on those things, and because we don't have all the information and all the tools handy to us, yeah, it ends up with an unhappy customer and unhappy owners. So you got to draw a line somewhere. It's unfortunate, but you got to draw a line. It's really sad that it's come to that, you know. Before, everything was available all the time, and it just changed. Sad. I've done a video about that once before. It's sad, but you know, I can't change it. I don't have the ability to change it, and all the manufacturers are doing it. So, you know, one of the only things that's very consistent, and pretty much anybody can do it, is Harley-Davidson. So when you're looking for a new motorcycle, let that little seed plant in your head. Not a whole lot's changed in almost all Harley dealers. I mean, and all their parts. And if it's not available through the dealer, they're readily available through probably about 100 different sources. Like tools I need for doing things. You know, we're not a Harley dealer. I just order them online. The tools are everywhere. So that's not a problem with them at all. Huge problem with the Japanese and apparently BMW as well. I wonder why how do you twist the forks in a scooter? I don't even know how you do that. But she definitely goes down the road kind of cockeyed, doesn't it? I don't think it had any crash damage. Maybe somebody tied it down wrong in a truck or something. Who the heck knows? And can you loosen it and move everything around? I don't know that either. I'll do some ciphering on that, I reckon. So yeah, it's been a beautiful day like yesterday. I think it's actually warmer out here today. Not 45. I think we were 46 about the same time yesterday. You know, that whole degree makes such a difference. All right. Let's do an annual service and a brake hose recall. I guess it could chafe or something. It's been so long since I looked at the bulletin on one of these things. I thought they were all done and gone. I'll figure it out. It's been a while since I've done one, like a long while. There's a lot of plastic and stuff you gotta take off. It's crazy. I might as well just shut it off, because as soon as I put the side stand down, it activates a park brake. As you can see, if you don't move, it activates the park brake and shuts the engine off. So I'm gonna get my bench ready, come out here, fire it up, and drive it up on the rack. Get the work done on it. Alright, I'm bouncing. We're in Castle Rock. I had to think there for a second. It almost looks like Christmas lights over there, doesn't it? But we're stopping. All the grocery stores are just packed. People are freaking out and like binge buying because of the storm. All the signs on the freeway: winter storm tomorrow, be prepared. But Kelly's just gonna run in there and grab a few things we're short on, and I'm just gonna sit out here in the automobile. I guess what I'm trying to say is we done left work. If you look at those skies, it's kind of pleasing outside at the moment. It's 39 degrees. It's not too terribly cold. Well, hello there, YouTube. Made it through another day. Another sunny day. Sunny and nice day.
It was.
It's been so nice the last 2 days that it's hard to even imagine there's supposed to be snow hitting here sometime tomorrow.
I know. That's weird.
Yeah. Be nice to get. So we haven't had a good snow here in a while.
Yeah. It's been quite a few years.
Every year you had snow. It just matter how much. And now all of a sudden,
yeah,
things are changing, I reckon.
They are.
Yeah. Noticeably. And then it was really rare to have mid 90s, much less 100 degree weather here. Now it's pretty common. Although was that not last year or year before? Maybe it was last year. Never quite officially made it to 100 degrees. I think we got it up here at the house, but you know, you get those little spots, but you know, officially by the Weather Channel or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got some groceries. Frozables?
Some frozables.
Some frozables. There's always frozables in there.
I know it. Gotta throw them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It'd freak you out if I didn't do frozables.
Got a nice little ride on a scooter. That's
good.
kind of a blur between a scooter and I don't know what. The big old 650 twin in that thing. Those things go fast too. They got a lot of power. You get on them hard, they really go. People tour on them all the time. In fact, one of the instructors at BMW, almost said BRP, him and his wife tour on one of those all over the place. He loves that scooter. He goes, I don't care what people think. That thing's phenomenal. He had some crazy mileage, like 80-something thousand or something. A lot of miles. But anyway, on that, I reckon we're going to roll out.
All right.
What you think?
I guess so. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
We don't know when the snow looks like around noon, so we're going to kind of watch how things go tomorrow. Kind of silly to drive there and turn around and drive back. The worst thing is now they're predicting snow, and then as the day goes on, it's going to turn to freezing rain on top of the snow. Yeah. And that's when traffic pretty much stops.
Yeah. That's not cool to drive in for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be one of the 5-6 hour trips home. And then people are going to crash, so, I mean, you better have a full tank of gas because you're going to spend some serious seat time in your car.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Till tomorrow.
We will see you then.
Thanks for watching.
You guys take care.
Bye-bye now.